Hi everyone, it's Mina here again. Welcome to my channel. This video I will talk about how I feel as a sport enthusiast and as the mother of an athlete who was supposed to represent Guyana. He was selected to represent Guyana in the Goodwill Games in Jamaica. That is currently on. Tomorrow is going to be the last day. And I am doing this video because I want to express my anger and talk about what is happening with regards to Guyana representation at the Goodwill Games in Jamaica and how this all come about and why I'm upset because Guyana was not represented there, and it has to do specifically with the current president of the Guyana Amateur Swimming Association, Mr. Dwayne Scott. And let me say this. Last year, Guyana did not send any athletes to Goodwill. No one represented Guyana. My son was selected along with some other athletes. They were selected and they were not sent. The administration, they dragged their feet and did not send the athletes. Whether it's money, whatever it is, nobody went. Now again this year, they did the same thing. They dragged their feet and they complain about money and that they couldn't afford. But this is not the case alone. The thing about it is that some of the parents came forward and they said that they will cover the cost of sending their children. Okay, all Gaza need was a sponsorship for a coach. You imagine that they cannot even come up with this. Now, this has set back my son's swimming. He's a senior athlete. He's one among the few senior that was selected for Goodwill to represent Guyana. And what is so sad is that he was selected and he was going to participate in breaststroke. Last night, 50-meter breaststroke was done, okay? And the winner got 32 seconds. My son's timing over 3 months ago or 4 months ago was 34. So he was going to enter Goodwill with that timing, but he would have trained and would have improved and hence would have scored a medal for Guyana, likely break the record, get first. Here again today, the 100-meter breaststroke was completed. And again, my son's timing compared to the winner there, again, likely again, then my son could have got a gold medal for Guyana. And this is what I'm talking about. Mr. Dwayne Scott is an obstacle to the development of swimming and the development of athletes. I am calling on him to resign and do the right thing for the sport. He is a media show. He beats around the bush and he gets nothing done. And I want him to resign. Do the honorable thing for your reputation, because guess what? I am one of those parents. I am not going to let this matter slide like that, and so are the others. So before we have all this evidence stacking up against you, Mr. Dwayne Scott, I am asking you that you immediately resign with immediate effect from being the president of the Guyana Amateur Swimming Association. You does not serve the interests of swimmers and youths and athletes. You do not. You are selfish, and you're obstructionist, you're obstacle. Despite parents agreed to pay, some of them, you did not pursue it. You ignored athletes. My son and I We have had to hold up so many things because we were led to believe that yes, because this you all sent in the athlete's name. You sent it in. You sent it in to the organization in Jamaica. So everybody's hoping that yes, you're going to follow through with it. The athletes are going to go. We all prepared mentally. Our entire summer was held up. Our entire summer got wasted because we had to ensure the kids eat, they train, and all these kinds of things. Mr. Dwayne Scott, you need to remove yourself from your current position, and you need to do that because you have not only prevented my child, you have prevented all the other swimmers, over 10 other swimmers. Some of the swimmers' parents, they even pull their kids out so that the amount of money will reduce and let the senior swimmers get to go. Even that, do you believe that, everyone? Even that, this guy did not facilitate. He didn't facilitate all because they said they don't have money. He didn't facilitate a reduction of the amount of athletes. He didn't even do that. It comes down to just a handful. It comes down to a handful of athletes, which my son was one of them, where the parents are going to finance them to travel to Jamaica to represent Guyana, which is so not fair. They're representing Guyana. They are representing their country, and they have to stand their expense. But I wanted my son to have that exposure. And let me add, he was selected to represent Guyana in Carifta. And we didn't send him because we said that, okay, Goodwill is coming up. He has a better chance of getting medals. And here it is. My son could not have gone along with all the other athletes. This is unfair. This is unfair to any degree. And the Ministry of Sports seems to be a total Absalom, or the National Sports Commission, or who are these people? Is that, you know what, their logo should change. It should change from, it is okay if you learn to float in the water, but we won't support you if you excel. You know, this kind of crab in the barrel attitude of people, it needs to change in our society. That is why the foreigners are coming and take everything out. Our youths cannot develop. I don't know if you guys are happy seeing them on the streets stealing and with no direction. But you know what? I am going to fight. And I am asking Mr. Dwayne Scott to step down. Because you, for 2+ years, you have really done nothing for swimming. And the evidence is stacking up. Among that, there are other evidence that the other people have against you. I suggest that you step down and don't wait for all the everything to go public. Step down and do the right thing, because you have not served the purpose or that you're placed there to be. You have not served the purpose of the swimmers to upgrade them or anything like that. Your attitude, your behavior is just a major show, self-interest, to broadcast yourself and just be a mouthpiece for yourself. You are a mouthpiece for no one else but yourself, and not for the Guyana Amateur Swimming Association, not for the athletes of this country. And I am urging you, Mr. Dwayne Scott, to step down from and do it, because I am not going to stand up again for a next year and see you sit in that position and serve no purpose and let the parents and the athlete suffer. So I will put the link for the Goodwill games in at the bottom there, and I would have already uploaded my son's video that he did with his trials. And you guys, the videos are already up. You'll have to look for it. I need to tag my videos and do some and categorize them a little bit better so that they come up. That is a lack of time. I must apologize for that. But Mr. Dwayne Scott, it is time that you exit. I am kindly and nicely asking you to exit. Take your leave, because you have oppressed my child and the others from getting medals and representing their country. They have trained. They get up and they train early in the morning and afternoon they have to follow a certain kind of diet. We are the ones who have to talk them, drop them off, pick them up. The amount of stress that it is on our shoulders as parents, it's not easy, and athletes, and all our entire summer got held up because we were led down a rabbit hole to have our children hope, and our hope shattered. And we don't want that. We do not want that. We do not want that, Mr. Dwayne Scott. So you need to step down. And this is all I want to say. And we don't need that in our society. We don't need people in organization that are like white elephant, that they're sitting there and they get nothing done. Remove yourself. If you're one of those person who's sitting in a position and who's vindictive, and all you have is your self-interest rather than to serve the responsibilities of your position, step down. Let somebody else climb up. Let somebody else be there to do their duty, to contribute to society. You don't need to be there, Mr. Scott. You are an obstacle to swimming and to development of athlete. Step down. This is all I wanted to say in this video. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll greatly appreciate your support by sharing this video, because I like it to reach the right kind of people. That include the Minister of Sports and the head of the National Sports Commission, on all those people who think their motto is that I'm supporting you but no, it's not okay if you want to excel. We don't care. We just want you to float above the water. We hold swimming program and what's not. No, that's not gonna work, because I don't like oppressors. I don't like oppressors. So this is all I wanted to say. I'm asking Mr. Dwayne Scott to step down. Thank you very much. See you all later.